Hello and welcome to week 2. You should, if you look on iLearn, see the assignments that are there for you. You'll notice that first you have another survey to complete. This one's called About Revising, and it asks you some questions to think about how you revise and what you know about revising your essays. I do want to take a step back and say thank you for your work during the first week. I'm really enjoying reading it, and I will be sending all of you feedback on your reverse outlines, your reordering, and your notes on details. When I looked at the reflections, it looks like many of you enjoyed the exercises. I think that one of the things that this should help you realize is that if you can set up your life in such a way that you can get your papers done early enough to play with them doing revision, you'll both enjoy the writing more and feel better about the writing that you turn in. Okay, so after your survey about revising, you're also going to do something that I'm calling invisible text, and I got that name from Alice Horning, who wrote about strategies for revision. And what you're doing with invisible text is you're rereading the original text, and then on a separate sheet of paper, you're listing 5 points. They may be ideas, they may be information, they may be new arguments that you can add, but you're listing them on a separate document. Then go back to your original document and write numbers next to places in the text in which you can insert each of those 5 things, 5 new ideas or new information. You might actually end up finding places to insert them that you've already indicated with your little arrow need more information. Then try to rewrite your 5 points so that they would fit smoothly into the text in the places that you want to insert them. So then you're going to upload both the original text and the document in which you've brainstormed new ideas and revised those ideas. So that's the first assignment for the week. Well, after the reflection. Sorry about that. Then the next thing that you're going to do is turn your essay into a script. So imagine a conversation between you and a reader. And so I'm going to upload an example of this so that you can see what it looks like when I do it. But you are essentially saying, okay, I'm saying this. What might a reader say to that? How do I respond to it? And what that should do is it should help you see where you are or are not answering the questions that a reader might have in your writing. So once you've rewritten your essay as a script, you can upload that there. And the final exercise for the week is something called a radical revision. So you take your essay and you rewrite it in a different genre. So you might make it a trifold brochure, or a letter, or a song, or a story, or a comic strip. And again, I'll show you one possibility for doing that. So that's in a different genre. Another way to do it would be to rewrite it from a different perspective. So I noticed that one of you wrote about a poem. What if you rewrote your essay from the perspective of the person to whom the poem was addressed? How might that person interpret the poem? Or rewrite it in a different voice. So most of you have written fairly formally. What if this was something that you were saying to a friend? Or rewrite it with a different emphasis. So choose something, a different aspect of the issue as more important than the aspect that you focused on in your essay. So any of those four, you don't have to do all four. Any one of those four that really speaks to you as a way to re-see your essay. What you're really up to this week, right? In last week, you were examining your writing in a variety of ways. This week, you're really trying to re-see it. You're really trying to play with it and get a whole different idea about what you're doing with the writing. And then, of course, you'll have the weekly reflection. I'm going to modify the prompts a little bit so that I actually get you to talk more specifically about each of the assignments, so that you can reflect on each of the kinds of revision that you tried to see how it works for you. So again, I look forward to seeing your continued work, and enjoy.